Hey everyone, Tim Gresh here, professional bike fitter in Southeastern PA. This video will be on Shimano GRX cranks and the things that you can do to get a shorter crank length. Now, a pet peeve that I have of GRX is the lack of length offerings. It's pretty pathetic. They really phoned it in. I'm not sure why. But what we have in front of us here is an 11-speed GRX crank. Now, within GRX, they have two different tiers. They're sort of like their flagship, which is essentially like an Ultegra level, like an Ultegra quality group set. And the crank, the build is basically like what you would see out of an Ultegra crank. It's called the RX-810. Now, recently the 12-speed came out, and that's the RX-820. Now, in either one of those, the 810 or the 820, the shortest crank you can get is a 170. So for a premium crank, that's all you get. So that's a real problem. A lot of my customers, they do better with a 165 or a 160. And for my smaller customers, need shorter than that. But you got to have more options than that. Now, full disclosure, GRX does have a 165 length, and it's only available in the RX 600 or the 610. These are their low tier GRX. So think of this as like maybe a Tiagra or 105 level of components, whereas your RX 810 and 820 are more of like an Ultegra quality component. The 810 is 11 speed and the 820 is 12 speed. That's what the difference is there. And only available in 170 as your shortest option. Comparing this over to SRAM and their gravel options for cranks, as you can see, you've got 165 available in all levels from red to apex. You've also got 160 there as well. So they're doing a much better job than Shimano here. Now, next up, what do I do when I have a Shimano GRX bike and I want to go shorter? Well, I'm going to show you three different brands that I'll typically pull from in this situation, starting off with Rotor. So Rotor will cover the following lengths here, and they're all do 24 and they're all do 30. 24 is a 24 millimeter spindle. All do 30 is a 30 millimeter. So I like the 24 because that will just pop right into a Shimano bottom bracket, no problem. You got to use Rotor's chain rings, and it's going to be a 1x or 2x. Next up is 5-dev. Now 5-dev is going to be a 1x chainring only. A lot of lengths to choose from. You are missing a 150 in there, but that's fine. Lots of options. It's actually kind of a mountain bike crank. It's a little heavy, but it does the job. It looks neat with the cutout. I've used this quite a few times for 1x setups. Now last one is Appleman. I'm going to go ahead and give him the trophy as the winner here. Mostly because a recent development where Apple now makes a spider that will work with GRX chainring. So you can get all the lengths that Appleman offers. As you can see, there's a lot. And you can just simply use the chain rings from your GRX crank, whether it's a 1x or a 2x. So that's really cool because when you have Shimano chain rings, particularly with a 2x setup, it's just going to shift better with those Shimano chain rings rather than using something else from another brand. So Appleman, good job on this. And I'm going to probably start using Appleman more for this solution for GRX bikes needing shorter cranks. Hope you found this video helpful. Please like, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, enjoy every ride.